Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I have the 2020 Hyundai Sonata. This vehicle competes against the Nissan Altima, also the Honda Accord, and the Toyota Camry. So my question for today's video is, how does this vehicle compare to the other competition? So starting up under the hood of the Sonata, this has a 1.6 liter four-cylinder that makes 180 horsepower and 195 foot-pounds of torque. If you want a bigger engine displacement, you can get a 2.5 liter, which makes 191 horsepower and 182 foot-pounds of torque. It's also paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is rated at 27 in the city, 36 on the highway, and 31 combined. Regular fuel is recommended, as this one sits and weighs 3,336 pounds. So starting with the exterior color, this is a phantom black, which I think looks good with the with the chrome accents. And all Sonatas are going to come with LED lights, are going to be standard on all trim levels. You also have an LED daytime running light with an LED turn signal. You also have this opening here to put an air curtain over the brakes. You also have front parking sensors. Acts like the grille. This also has a front camera. You also have your Hyundai emblem here. Side profile here. These wheels, I actually like these wheels. These are probably like one of my favorite wheels on the Sonata lineup. You also have 4 disc brakes. These are a 235/45 tire. They're wrapped in an 18-inch rim. I actually like the multi-spoke with the silver finish and also with the gray finish. It looks good with the actual exterior color of the Sonata. Their wheelbase is 111.8 with overall lift of 192.9. This is the same length as the Camry, also as the Honda Accord and the Nissan Altima. But overall, we're going to take a look at the rear of the Sonata. At the rear of the Sonata, you also have these full LED taillights back here, which wraps around the whole trunk lid. You also have the standard backup camera with your Hyundai emblem. You also have your Sonata name, which is spelled out with your limited 1.6 turbo badge back here. You also have rear parking sensors. You also have your rear reverse lights down here with these reflectors integrated into your bumper. Actually, like the rear diffuser back here. You also have chrome tip dual exhaust. Open up the trunk back here, you get 16 cubic feet of space, and Hyundai actually gives you a spare tire instead of a fix-a-flat kit. Key fob for the 2020 Hyundai Sonata. As you guys can see, you have your lock, unlock, you also have your trunk release, you also have your panic button. You also have these 2 functions here. You guys are wondering, what is that for? If you were in a tight parking spot or you were parked next to a jerk and they kind of like blocked you in, you could just move the car forward and back of whatever position that you were parked in. You also have your remote start here. So to access that feature on the Sonata, you're just gonna make sure that the car is locked, as you guys can see, and then hold the remote start button. And then the car is gonna fire right up. But I'm gonna walk in front of the car and show you guys that this car actually does stop when it senses that there's something or an object in front of it. So to push the mode for forward, you just press the P here. As you can see, the lights turn on and it takes it out of the gear. As you guys can see, the car is moving forward to me, and I'm gonna just stand right here because the car is not gonna hit me because it has sensors in the front. So as you guys can see, the car stopped right there, and it puts the e-brake on, so just in case it doesn't roll into any other things. Overall, we're gonna take a look at the interior of the Hyundai Sonata. After showing you guys that cool gimmick feature of the car moving back and forth if you were in a tight parking spot. So walking up to the Sonata here, there's a little black ridge here. You can lock the door, and to unlock the door, Hyundai does a sensor behind the door handle. Open up this interior here is a 2-tone interior. This is a tan interior, which I think looks really, really nice. Starting with your door panels, it's soft touch ejecting molded plastic. You also have this brushed chrome door handle here with 2-person memory seats. You also have the Bose audio sound system. You also have your mirror controls here, your lock controls. It is express up, express down for the driver and passenger. You also have a cup holder down here with some additional storage. You also have lumbar support with seating adjustments. The seats in here, like this interior, is to die for. It's nice. I actually like this interior a lot. I have a manual telescoping wheel. You also have your lane keep assist here with your dimmer switches, stability control, your trunk release, and also you have a electronic parking brake. So get inside the Hyundai Sonata here, closing the door. The door has a nice auto slam, and you're going to be walking by this cool graphic LCD display here, which is a 12.3 inch. So to start up the Sonata, put your foot on the brake and press the start stop button here. As you guys can see, the gauges do a nice clean sweep or show a nice display. So to cycle through this 12.3 inch LCD display, you have this little switch, this little toggle piece here. You can go through different things like your attention level, also your fuel economy, and so forth, different things of that. You can also back out of this. It shows you a compass, Also have different drive modes here. Your drive mode select is going to be here, which shows a sport. I actually like how the gauges change red. You also have a custom mode, a smart mode, and back to normal. But I'm going to leave it in sport because I actually like the red setup here. But put my foot on the gas. That 1.6 does rev a little high, around the 4,000 RPM range. But cycle going through here, you can see your tire pressure. I wish Hyundai would have let you put the actual navigation here in the center, just like how Audi does their Google Map kind of theme. But overall, the center stack here is very nice and clean. I actually like the tan leather. You also have this hard touch plastic info panel here, but you also get a heads-up display here, as you guys can see. You also have the compass and your speedometer here, which is nice. Part of your dashboard here is going to be a nice touch material, the nice leather with some stitching here. This is a 10.2 BlueLink system. When I connect them Apple CarPlay, it took up the whole entire screen. So did Waze, and also with the Google Maps. Unfortunately, there's no hard buttons. I have this here to go through your radio presets and so forth. You also have heated and cool seats here. The switch of this toggle, you can turn on your heated seats. And you click down, you can turn on your cool seats. You also have dual climate control, a heated steering wheel button here, 12 volt here with 2 USB ports. You also have a wireless charging pad, which charges my phone pretty fast. Back up to the infotainment system here. Going to the map. The system is really snappy. Like, it's very snappy, as you guys can see. Going back here. The Sonata into reverse twist. Put your foot on the brake and press the R for reverse. There's a push style transmission selector. You also have this reverse camera with trajectory. You also have rear and front parking sensors. You also have this 360 camera, which shows a nice display of the car itself. You also have different modes here. Different camera views, as you guys can see. It also shows a side view of the wheels if you guys were in a tight parking spot, which I think the camera has a nice resolution here. You also can go do different things here. You can also click on the 360 camera to see what's really close to you, or you can also zoom out. It also shows that front camera, like I mentioned before, which I think is pretty nice. Shows that nice feature here. You also have paddle shifters here. They're plastic paddle shifters, but we still have 2 cup holders here. You also have parking sensors. You also can access that 360 camera from here. It shows the front camera, like I was just talking about. You also have an auto hold here. You also have this P, which it moves the car, like I showed you guys on the actual key fob itself. Your center console here is going to be nice and padded. A deep fair amount of storage, but there's no 12 volt or no USB inside here, unfortunately. I thought it would be. You also have this phone holder here. The seats in here are really nice. They're not aggressively bolstered or anything like that, but they're heated and cool seats, which I think is nice. Your glove box here is going to be damped, but it's not lined with felt. It's pretty decent sized glove box. And you also have this panel sunroof above you, which I think is nice. It's an additional light. You also have LED lights throughout the whole cabin, which is another nice feature. Surprisingly, there's no sunglass holder in here. I'm surprised they didn't put a sunglass holder in here, but that's just me nitpicking here. But overall, we're going to take a look at the back seat of the Sonata. So getting to the back seat of the Sonata, closing the door. The materials back here are going to be a soft touch ejector molded plastic. You also have this brushed aluminum door handle. You get 1 map pocket back here. You also have 2 rear vents back here with 1 USB port. And this panel sunroof does let an additional light into this nice cabin. I actually like the tan cabin. You also have 2 cup holders here with a nice portion to rest your elbows. The floor is semi-flat back here. You can definitely fit 3 people across. And Hyundai rates the legroom at 34.8 inches of legroom. But if you want a little bit more space, you have to go for the Honda Accord, which offers 40.4. But overall, we're going to take the Hyundai Sonata out and see how it actually performs.
0.1 mile.
Okay.
Make a U-turn if possible.
Why are you talking? Starting off in the 2020 Hyundai Sonata, this is a 1.6 liter. It makes 180 horsepower and 195 foot-pounds of torque. If you want to get a bigger engine displacement, you have to get the 2.5 liter, which makes 191 horsepower and 182 foot-pounds of torque. But I think the 2.5 liter is way better than the 1.6 because when I put my foot down, it has a decent amount of power, but it's not the fastest in the segment. Remember, the Honda Accord offers 191 evenly torque and horsepower. So If you want to get a little bit more sporty car, or you can get if you want a lot of more horsepower, like around the 300 mark range, you can get the Toyota Camry, makes 301 horsepower. This also has the advanced safety technology package, which includes the blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, lane departure, emergency braking with pedestrian detection. So this car is full of safety features. So that's another thing that Hyundai offers. And as you guys can see, when I put my signal on left or right, it shows what's next to the vehicle, just in case I wasn't looking at my actual mirrors. But this car is very equipped with a lot of safety technology. The ride quality here is very soft. Putting the car into sport mode, I kind of feel the throttle get a little tighter, so when I put my foot down, it sounds buzzy, but it does what it does. It's a 1.6 liter, it's not a V6 or a V8. You also have paddles, so you downshift. Pretty good paddle response. Overall, this car is very, very good. Like I said, the ride quality is nice. Talking about fuel economy really quick. Fuel economy is rated at 27 in the city, 36 on the highway, and 31 combined. Regular fuel is recommended. So this car is very efficient when it comes to actual gas mileage. A Hyundai will be offering a hybrid model coming out probably this year or next year. Not sure when that the hybrid model will be available. It feels nice, but it's not loose. We're putting the car into putting it back into normal. Taking this car on a long road trip, this car would definitely, you won't even notice that it doesn't feel like you're driving anything, because how the suspension feels, it feels light, it feels nice. It doesn't feel harsh or anything like that. And the cabin in here feels very upscale. I like the two-tone materials to get the 12.3 instrument cluster, which is a full LCD display. Visibility out of the Sonata is pretty good. This A-pillar here is thin. You also have the blind spot monitoring, like I mentioned, which is standard on this limited trim. And the Sonata also has steering assist, which is, if you click this button here, the steering icon is gonna light up green. As you guys can see, I don't have my hands on the wheel. It's not like ping-ponging me out of the lanes or anything. It's keeping me centered just right. So, but maybe in like 20 to 30 seconds, it's gonna bing to let me know to keep my hands on the wheel. As you guys can see there, it actually told me to keep my hands back on the wheel. Only thing I have a problem with is when you're going into like a big intersection and there's some lines, the car kind of gets confused. But I was like, okay, where's the lines? Remember, it's trying to keep you in the lines. As you can see, my hands are off the wheel again, and it's kind of like trying to drift me so I can stay in the center of the lines here. So after spending time with the Sonata, I would prefer getting the 2.5 liter over the 1.6 because the 2.5 is smoother and it's quieter. So how much does a Sonata cost? Starting price is $33,300. You also have carpeted floor mats, a cargo tray, cargo net. You also have the wheel locks. With all that included, including destination, you're looking around $35,780. I would like to give a special thanks to Kishawn for providing with the vehicle. If you're in the market for a Sonata, come to Homestead Hyundai and ask for Kishawn. This is my full review on the 2020 Hyundai Sonata Limited. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at DriveOnReviews, and please keep subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'll catch you all in the next video.